Hey, my name is Jethro Sigers and you are on my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure to do so because that's the only way to guarantee yourself to be notified when I post new videos. In today's video, we're going to talk about Azure Active Directory company branding. When we look at the login experience in Office 365 and Azure, we kind of have to agree that they all look the same for each single tenant. In the previous version, you would see a highway in California, and in the modern experience, it's actually a view from a mountaintop. In this video, I'm going to show you how the login experience can help your end users protect themselves by identifying phishing attacks. With phishing attacks, people are led to a fake login page that looks identical to the real one. People enter their username and password, and that's how attackers gain access to their credentials. However, if you change the login experience, the fake login page will be different significantly from the real one. And that way, your end users can identify a phishing attack very easily. So, let's get started. Before we go into the configuration of company branding, I'm going to show you how it looks like when we've customized it and before the customization. So this is the login page for Office 365, and as you can see, this is a default one where you have the mountain view. So if I type here, this one is not customized yet. You see nothing changes. It's the same login page. However, if I use one that is customized, you see immediately that the login experience is different. So I have a different background, a different logo, and I have my customized text here. So my users from my tenant know if they see this, they're good. Let me give you another example. Boom, same thing, right? So this is a real indication that you're using the real login page. If somebody wants to do a phishing attack, there's no way that they're going to customize every single login page that is available through company branding. What they will do though is they will set up a fake login page that looks like the original one and then mass broadcast it out to as many people as possible and try to get them to log in with their username and password. If you educate your end users that their login procedure should be, as you can see on this screen, they will notify or they will identify and hopefully notify you that they were a victim of a phishing attack. So in the next part of the demo, we're going to see how you can configure this in the admin portal. Okay, so in this part of the demo, we're actually going to do the configuration itself of the company branding. So to do so, we're going to log in into our Microsoft Azure portal, and I'm going to do this with a global administrator. There we go. And I'm going to use my Azure Active Directory to configure it. So I go into Azure Active Directory, and then you have here company branding. There's a button configure, and now I'm going to customize this by selecting my background image. It's very important that you keep your image size and especially the file size to where it needs to be. If you are going through a more advanced background, it's probably going to be higher than 300 KB. That was the case in my experience. So I had to use a tool like paint.net to actually reduce it in quality so it would fit under that. So let me give you an example of how it looks when you're too large. So this is my PNG, and immediately it will give me an error. So I'm going to replace that with the reduced one. And now you can see here a preview of the background image. I'm going to do the same for the logo. And then you have the username hints. So this is your username for Jethro Sigers login page. the sign-in text. So I have this here in a text file. There we go. Copy, paste it. Looks all good. Background color, since I have a full background, I don't need to set this. Square logo image. That's in case you want a square one. Same here. Do you want to show the option to remain signed in? If you want to give people the option to remain signed in, just select yes. Otherwise, select no. I'm going to do yes here and then save. So now it says creating tenant branding. And once that is done, so we are good to go. So let's see now how the end user experience looks like now that we configured the company branding. Okay, so for the last part of the recording, we're going to see, now that the configuration is done, how it looks like for the end user. So I've gone back through my Office 365 portal, and right here you have the user that I'm trying to use, so over here. And now immediately when I select that user, you see the new login experience. Now, to show you that it's just not something that I prefabricated, I'm going to use a different user from that same tenant. And if all goes well, that person should receive the same experience. And here you go. So you can see now it's a customized experience. It's very easy to set up, and it does educate your end users that there is a different sign-in experience when logging into your system versus when they are part of a phishing attack. So in my opinion, a very cool feature, easy to use, and when you have an Office 365 license, it is included.